Exciting way to start off our Bred and Known female show. I think there's two very, very high quality females here. We're going to leave them as they stand. The young lady's heifer up front is one that's just got such a striking profile. She's up-headed. She's really cool in her lines. I like her hip and hind leg set. If you actually get into cattle pound for pound, size for size, I do think the young lady's at second is probably going to have just a bit more natural dimension. She's got a good turn to her ribs. She's really stout and dimensional out of her hip. I don't know if she's as out there in terms of her profile as the young lady's heifer that wins, and that's why we're going to leave them that way. But I think there's two very high quality heifers there. Put your hands together for both of those junior exhibitors for kicking us off with the Bred Known show.
Our results in Class 1, entry number 47, Finn McDade. Second place, entry number 77, Clary Carlin. Class 2, we have entry number 132, Harley Strack. Entry 38, Callie Kraft. Entry 196, Mackenzie Willard.
We are back. That was like a whirlwind. So again, we are back, and it looks like we had a winner. Class number 1 was won by number 47. That's going to be Finn McDade. That's going to be Lady MC Magnolia Manso. It's going to be sired by Mr. MN Theodore Manso, and out of LMC LF polled Annie 93/9. And if someone could give me a comment in the comment section, that would be awesome, so I could make sure everything is working. Thank you. Looky there. That was class number 1's winner right there. That is class number 1's winner. And we are on class number 2. I have a feeling we will be going super fast. So that means I have to drive twice as fast.
We had one added entry in this class, 3787, Cameron Murkowski.
Whoops. And like I said, I'm going to try to not give you guys a So we had a little heifer get loose out of class 2, and she had to get caught, calm down a little bit, bringing her back in. Again, we are in class 2 in the bred and owned. This is the bred and owned gray show. I guess we're going gray then red. I've been telling everyone red then gray, but I guess because our book said gray, that's the way we're going. So sorry about that if I gave anyone bad information.
We have 4 really in here. I think that the young lady's heifer that leads off just does so by becoming just the most complete female. I think she's the best bodied. I think she's sound. I think she has a very, very high quality look. I do think that female is maybe not as unique up front as maybe the heifer right behind her, but I think that's being awfully, awfully critical because she's still balancing her proportions very, very well. Good heifer to start. Young lady's heifer that comes in two is one that's really refined, really feminine, and I certainly appreciate that about her. A female that reads just a touch trainer today in terms of her center body. She's not as soft or fleshy there through her rib as the heifer that wins the class, but one that I think is very good. Let's go ahead and shut the gate. A nice heifer that came in 3. Y'all can just go out that end if you want to. One that's really, really opened up and really stout. Maybe she doesn't piece together as well. She's a little bit lower tying. She's a little bit rounder, but I think that female is very, very good. Makes a case to push for 2. Young lady's heifer that rounds out the class is one that's sound, one that just needs to have a shot more bone, one that needs to just be a shot wider and bolder through her center body. But a very nice set of cattle. Congratulations to you exhibitors.
Results in Class 2. First place, entry 132, Harley Strack. Second place, entry 38, Kylie Craft. Third place, entry 377, Cameron Wurkowski. Fourth place, entry 196, Mackenzie Willard. Number 3, Class 3. We have entry number 36, Callie Craft. Entry 239, Grace McCall.
At last class, our winner was, in class number 2, our winner was the Miss J412, sired by Mr. V8516/8, and exhibited by Harley Strack. So we are now in class number 3. Now we are in class number 3.
Tough pair of cattle to sword. Why do I think they're tough? Because I think they're both very high quality, and I think they're good for different reasons. I like the young lady's heifer that leads off silhouette just a shot better. I think she reads more corrected, smoother there through the angle of her shoulder. She's really up-headed and feminine out through her front end. When the young lady gets her part from the side, she gives us an awfully high quality look. Now, is she as opened up, bold, or stout as the young lady's heifer in two? Absolutely not. And if you want to prefer to go that route, I certainly wouldn't argue the switch. But for me, that young lady's heifer that comes in second's got just a shot more shoulder, but I do like the extra stoutness and power. She might not be as unique in her look, but I still think she's awfully, awfully good. Two really, really high quality females there. Put your hands together for both of those exhibitors.
Class 3 results. Class first place, entry 239, Grace McCall.
In that last class, class number three was won by Grace McCall. That was number 60. That was number 239. If you're following in the book, that's going to be Miss LPC 173, sired by Mr. V8 754 over 8, and out of Miss LPC 101. So again, if you're following along in your book, that's going to be entry number 239, Grace McCall. And
Attention to ring, loose kid. Attention to ring.
so in that last class, we had the class number 3 winner was Miss LPC 173. That female was sired by Mr. V8 754 over 8 and exhibited by Grace McCall. You know, we're going kind of fast here, and I'm driving solo. My team's in the arena. I do have the team back at home. So of course we have Miss Mandy, and we have Miss Maciel and Iran helping us out. But I think I'm finally getting my groove. Now I say that, and I'm going to forget to turn the volume on for the judge or something, so bear with me. Mandy, I don't know if I'm doing spectacular, but I'm like giving it a whirl. Waiting for the animals to come up into the camera.
Good class of. There's the decision goes down though between 2 and 3. I really like this young lady's effort to go ahead and start. I think you'll make a good team, young lady. You do a great job presenting her as just a really sound, good-bodied animal, balances up. Just one of those fault-free ones that's very, very high quality. I think you're a good place to start there. 2 and 3 are close because they're very different. I think you can flip them and make an argument and be right either which way. Young lady's heifer that I kept in second's one that's just a little bit more attractive from profile. She's longer spine, she's taller fronted. I do think she needs to be softer. There's no doubt about it. And if you want to switch it for the young lady's heifer in 3, I certainly wouldn't argue. She's bigger and softer there through her center body. She's got more stoutness there out through her hip. For me, that female is just a little bit rounder in how she's put together. She's a little bit lower tying, just a shot more generic there in terms of her look from profile. But I think those are 3 very, very high quality females. Congratulations to all 3 of you exhibitors.
So in class number 4, we had a little hiccup there on the internet. So
Third place, entry 349, Jenna Wall.
So in first,
In class 5, we have entries number 306, Cecilia Guerrero. Entry 241, Grace McCall. Entry 330,
okay,
Clara Guerrero.
let me find out who won that class. Okay, so this is going to be class number 5. Class number 5. And I think we might have the wrong... I must be in the wrong book. Oh, it helps if you turn the page. I thought we were still on the same page. Okay, guys, so yes. So the exhibitor was Claire Carlin, and that was Paradise Island's Miss Sylvia, 10/21. Not sure how you guys are so good at this that you would know that. Okay, so this last class was class number 4. Looks like the judge is making a decision. So class number 4 was won by Paradise Island's Miss Sylvia, and here comes the judge.
Females that we have here. The young lady's heifer that's going to go ahead and lead off is one that I really just like the build and quality that she possesses. I think it gives you a very feminine yet balanced look from the side. She's really soft and maternal about her center body, and when she gets out and goes, I think she's the most comfortable on her feet and legs, and specifically over the heifer in second, I think she's built better and longer there out of her hip. I do like the female that comes in two, just in terms of growth and power. That one's a longer spined individual. She's a bit longer there in her cannon. Looks like she'll be just a shot bigger. I do think that female is supplied with more width and substance. I don't know if she's as soft today through her lower body. I don't know if that female is as good and constructed out through her hip, but she still gets out and flexes better than the heifer that comes in 3. I do think that's a very nice female that comes in 3, young lady. Your red heifer's got a good square center body. She's big and stout out down the top side of her skeleton and out of her hip. A female for me that needs to be laid back in the angle to her shoulder. A heifer that needs to be just a shot looser in terms of her movement off either end of her skeleton. But 3 very high quality individuals. Congratulations to those exhibitors.
Thank you, Judge. Results in Class 5. First place, entry number 306, Cecilia Guerrero. Second place, entry 241, Grace. Third place, entry 334, Claire Jalivka. Moving on to Class 6, we have entry number 346, Jana Wall. Next entry is Bryn Harris. I cannot read the numbers on my copies. Then we have Drake McClellan. And we have a 433, Charles Eddie Wilson.
Thank you for watching from Honduras. Thank you so much. Again, Class 5 was won by the LMC 4F Polled Floella. That is going to be sired by LMC LN Polled Progeny. Prodigy, and it was out of Miss 4F polled 54/8. Cecilia Guerra, of course, on the stick. And thank you for watching from Honduras. We really appreciate it. That is great. Let us know, guys, where you're watching from and what you think about these cattle. We're in the arena all day today with Harrison Smith. This is our final day here at the Kickoff Classic. A little shuffling around going on.
Another very exciting class of females here in the Bred and Known show. I think the two heifers that sort their way up to the top do so because they're the big-bodied, stout-boned, cowy ones. With that being said, I think the young lady's red female, though, is one that's just built so good. I like the way that she sets her knee back into her body. I like her hip. I like her hind leg set. Female reach stronger right behind her blade than the heifer that comes into as well. Like just the moderation and cowiness that heifer possesses. She's still feminine up through her front end. She does have just a little bit more skin. If I could change her, I'd probably clean her up right there in the base of her neck and chest, but that's being awfully critical. I like that heifer a good bit. Young lady's female that comes into is one that's opened up and extremely, extremely powerful. That thing's got as much muscle down the top side of her skeleton and out of her hip as anything in this class. With that, I think that's a heifer that comes apart right behind her shoulder just a little bit. She'll break right there as she goes back into her loin. A female that's not as smooth there through the point, but I like just the power and cowiness that one has. That's being awfully critical of a good one. Young man, you bring a very nice heifer that comes in 3. I think she's a bit different in her type and kind than those two females right in front of her. She's taller fronted. She's a little bit longer and more extended. A heifer that I still want to see just a bit stronger there in her top line, and a female, when I step behind them, want to see her just a shot wider. But I think that's a very, very nice female that comes in 3. Same kind of story on the young man's heifer that comes in 4. I think that female gives you a very nice image from the side. She got the soft maternal center body. A heifer, though, when you step in behind her, I think just needs to be supplied with just a shot more width and boldness to her upper rib. But 4 very high quality heifers. Congratulations to you exhibitors.
Thank you, Judge. Results in Class 6. First place, entry number 460, Bryn Harris. Second, entry 346, Jana Wall. Third, entry 433, Charles A.D. Wilson. In fourth place, entry number 16, Drake Milligan. Moving on now to Class 9. We have entries number 186, Kian Nordiello. Entry 560, Chandler Phillips. Entry 191, Ricky Nortiello. Entry 190, Ricky Nortiello. Entry 242, Grace McCall. Entry 517, Ella Pinkham.
Okay, if you are following along in the program, there is no calf champion drive. There is no calf champion drive. So again, I was following along in the program and I was getting ready for the calf champion drive, not realizing that we're not going into a calf champion drive. So if you are following along in the book, scratch out that calf champion drive. This is going to be class number, I guess it'll be class number 9 though. That's what it says in the program. So we're going to go with what it says in the program as far as the class number goes. Okay. But no calf championship, though the book said. And I am a book reader and follower. So class number 9, right now we're in class number 9, and in that last class, class number 6, that was won by Miss 5H Haven 28/1. That red female, that beautiful red female, was sired by none other than the Registrar of Renown, Mr. WCC Maximus Rojo 82/4, and it was exhibited by Bryn Harris. So congratulations. We will see all of the class winners back for a championship drive. It'll be like just like what the Bulls did, guys. It'll be like a grand championship drive. Yes, that is what I just said. Don't ask me. I got confused. The book had a calf championship, but there is no championship drive. It is just one big grand and reserve grand at the very end. So thank you, Susan, for asking that question. And yes, there is no championship drive. No championship drive. We're going to go straight into the next class. So we'll go through all the classes. We'll go through all the classes, and then we will have a grand championship. So we're going to try to get you a side view. If I can drive okay. I was reading the book too. So Susan, you were right. You and I were right there together. We were both reading the book.
I think you've got two very high quality heifers up front. I think they're good for different reasons. The young lady's red heifer to me is a more feminine option that's fresher in her. So I'm going to go ahead and use her. There's no doubt I like the power and substance of the young lady's heifer that comes in too, but I really just like the look, build, and quality that this young lady's red heifer here possesses. I think that's a very high quality individual to start. young lady's female that comes in two, no doubt. That one's extremely bold and extremely powerful, and I certainly like that about her. For me, I think that female is one that reads just a bit rounder off both ends of her skeleton. A female to me that's just a bit further along in terms of condition, but a very, very nice pair of females at the top end of that class. Young man's heifer that comes in three is one I was like, man, I really liked her when she came in here. The more I studied her, I just want to set her back just a bit there in the angle to her front knee, and I think that female could use just a touch more softness, but I really, really like that one's just look and strikingness from the side. Young lady's heifer that comes in four is one that also has a very gravitating look from the side view profile. A female, when you study her up front, want to see her just a bit squarer and truer. Two very, very nice, moderate, big-bodied females that come here next. Maybe those heifers are just a shot more generic in terms of their look than the females that are up in the top end of that class. But I think that's a very, very good set of cattle. Put your hands together for those exhibitors as they exit the ring.
Results in Class 9. We have entry number 242, Grace McCullough.
Class 9, if you're following along with your book, that was going to be entry number 242. 242, Miss LPC 175. That is going to be a female sired by Mr. CBR 667 over 8 and out of Miss V8 918 over 8.
Sixth place, entry 186, Kian Ortiel. In Class 10.
Getting ready to come in with Class 10.
81, President Shelton. Entry number 8182, President Shelley. Entry number 372, Eddie Bitty Bailey. Entry 561, Chandler Phillip. It'll be Aubrey Ellis Daly. And another Aubrey Ellis Daly in 126, Jackson Smith.
I think there's an excellent trio of breeding females that we have here, but I really like this young lady's red heifer to just go ahead and start off. I think this female is a very high quality, balanced heifer. In terms of her center body, she's still got muscularity out through her hip. I think she's just a very, very solid place to start. My biggest decision here comes down between 2 and 3, and I think it's close. The young lady's heifer with the yellow bow, who I'm going to leave in 2, is one that's extremely moderate, good in terms of her center body and maternal in her look. She's a little bit stronger right behind her blade than the young man's heifer that's going to sit in 3. She's a little bit more attractive in how she sets her hock down to the surface, but I think that's a very, very close call, because the young man's heifer that comes in 3 is one that is a long-bodied, big, stout pin female that's got a great turn of shape down her top. Like we said, I want to see her hook in just a little bit stronger right there behind her hump, maybe be just a shot bolder in terms of her forerib there, but I think those are 3 very high-quality females at the top end of the class. Young lady's red female that comes in 4 is one that's dense in terms of her center body, and she's got plenty of power. Just want to see her hinge just a little bit looser off both ends of her skeleton. The 2 females that round out the class, loose and flexible, probably just need to shop more groceries today to work their way up, but I think very, very good quality all the way through. Put your hands together for those exhibitors as they exit the ring.
One of our bigger classes. First place, entry 487, R.B. Ellis. Second place.
So in first place,
Third place, entry 126, Jackson Smith.
Thanks, Rudy, for letting us know that. I'm going to see if one of the team, we actually had both mics on at the same time. Sorry, I had my mic on and the judge's mic. Please let me know if you guys, Iran, if you would let us know if the sound is not great. That would be spectacular. So we're moving into class 11 now, guys, class 11. And Nicole Wilson wanted to thank all the sponsors. And again, we really do appreciate all the sponsors that we've had here. And let me get you guys a better view of the cattle. And so this is class number 11. Class number 11 in our last class was won by Triple E Miss Mia 114. That's going to be sired by Mr. WCC Maximus Rojo 82/4 and shown by Aubrey Ellis. That is Triple E. And out of the VL Elena 4/28. So Iran, if you could let me know if we're getting a little feedback, that would be awesome. A little coil whine, which is what Rudy was saying that he thought we were having a little problem. I think it was more driver error than anything else. The sound has a buzzing noise. Okay, let me see what I can do, guys. Now and see, we're going to try now and see if we still have the buzzing noise. Sorry guys, I'm like trying to drive and not doing a very good job of driving, am I? I can't drive and fix the mic all at the same time, it seems like. So let's get you some animals to look at. So let's see if the sound is still kind of bad and if we're still having an issue with the sound. I don't have any headsets on, guys, to double check this. So sound is perfect now. I know exactly what that was.
All your first place and second place in your Bred home.
No buzzing sound. Awesome. We're so glad.
All the first and second place in your Bred home need to be into the makeup area.
Two really, really nice females here. Bred known show. Young Ladies Gray Heifer is one that I think is extremely high quality. Running gear is very, very good. Her balance is extremely well. Stepping behind her, she's still got a good turn to her upper rib. She's still muscular out through her hip. I think that's a very good, fresh heifer that's got lots of still boldness and power for as balanced as she is. Taking nothing away from the Young Ladies Red Heifer that comes in too, because I really like that one's center body. I really like that one's just cowy look. I think in comparison to the female right in front of her, she reads just a shot frailer in terms of her hind leg. She's maybe just a shot rounder there up through her shoulder and front end, but I think that's two very, very high quality heifers there in our April class. Congratulations to both of those exhibitors.
Results in Class 11. Entry number 458, Bryn Harris, first.
So Bryn Harris with her Miss 5H Harper 6/1, which again, we saw her in the open show. We saw her in the open show doing quite well. And that is a BER 427 Trump daughter. So again, that is Bullseye Ranch 427. Everybody knows him as Trump. He was a two-time show bull. And I think we're going to have a single entry in this class. So let's see if I can get you guys something to look at.
Young man brings us a nice count prospect here as the single entry. A good turn to her center body. I think that thing's got some natural thickness all the way through. Guess we'll critique her just a little bit. Maybe we can hinge her just a little bit looser as she's set into motion. But I think a very nice heifer to represent that class. Congratulations to you, young man.
So that was class 12. Now we're moving into class 15. We're skipping, remember, we're skipping those championships. So this is going to be class number 15. This is a bigger class.
Entry 138, Taylor Stratt. Entry 217, Billy Larson.
Again, in that last class, class number 12, that was a single entry. We had Bain Bacon showing his Miss Harley, and that is a Mr. V8 996/7 daughter out of Miss April 27/8.
Entry number 392, Claire Fondo.
And we're now into class 15 in the Bred and Owned female show, Bred and Owned female show. Then we will do this is going to be combined. Then I think in the Owned show we're doing grays and reds split, but don't quote me on that. But earlier, and we would like to thank, of course, our good friend Nicole Wilson for thanking the sponsors. Again, our sponsors that we've had over the last 3 days, we really appreciate all of them. So let's just run through real quick and see who our sponsors are. So of course, for this show right here, we have for the junior show, we have, see if I can drive and talk at the same time. We have the Brahman Foundation. Thank you to the Brahman Foundation for being one of our sponsors. Then during the open show, we had Elgin Breeding Service. Elgin Breeding Service. I know our good friend Hillary was here. We also saw her at the Beef Cattle Short Course. If you need a bull collected, you need semen, shipping, evaluation, consulting, Elgin Breeding Service. They're your place to go. Rio Ranch, they have oops, sorry guys, got myself all confused, trying to drive and talk at the same time. Okay, there we go. Rio Ranch was one of our sponsors in the open show. Thank you so much. You can follow them on Facebook. Then, of course, V8 Ranch. V8 Ranch was another one of our sponsors. V8 Ranch, they had a good day the other day. So thank you again, because we are in the arena and we are streaming and also giving all our photos away because of these great sponsors. And then, of course, 79 Cattle, and they were here yesterday visiting with some of the breeders, and they have some great genetics that they're going to be selling in September. So thank you guys very much for all that you do to get us in the arena. And please make sure you thank those sponsors, because they do a great job. And the only way we can get in the arena is if we have the funds to get here and for the team. So we really appreciate it. All the photos are free, courtesy of Brahman Foundation for the junior show. And even the live stream is all here for you because of the Brahman Foundation. So please, okay, Jonathan Wilson let us know, yes, red first for the junior-owned show. Thank you so much. So we will go red in the junior-owned show first. Really appreciate you letting us know that.
Three females are very good, and I think they're all good for different reasons. But the young lady's heifer that wins the class, in my mind, is one that's just got a very, very high quality profile. But with that, she's still supplied with substance and power, and that's why I think she goes ahead and leads off. I think that female right here strikes a very attractive look up through her front end. She comes back out of her shoulder until a really good turn of fore-rib and center body mass, and that's, I think, her clear advantage over the young lady's heifer, and two, because you study these both from the profile, they kind of match up, right? I like the young lady's gray heifer. She's just real up-headed and has got a very, very high quality look, but she's a touch tighter there in her fore-rib and heart in comparison to the cattle on either side of her, and that's what makes my decision difficult. because I really, really like this young lady's red heifer in 3. If we just study her in terms of boldness and dimension, I think she excels this class in that regard. That female has got so much just power all the way throughout. With that, she's maybe not as ideal up through her front end. She'll sit there and roll out just a little bit on her front feet. She's a touch bigger there in her shoulder, but man, you just have to appreciate the extra mass and dimension that she has. A really good set of cattle in that top trio. Young lady, you've got a really moderate, big-bellied, easy feeding one right there that comes in 4. And maybe she's taken easy feeding just to a shot further degree than the rest of the class. But if we could see that one a shot leaner, I think we can work her up, because that thing's got a great set of feet and legs, a big, big, soft rib cage, and still a balanced look. 5 and 6, you guys are both very, very attractive from the side view profile. Probably both could use a shot more softness through the center body. Both could move just a shot freer off their rear too. But I think a very high quality set, great trio up top. Put your hands together for those exhibitors for doing a great job showing.
Okay, in first place, we had Claire Fontenot. Claire Fontenot, she was showing her Miss 4K Fontenot 110. Again, let's go back to that bull that's knocking it out of the park, and that is going to be the Mr. WCC Maximus Rojo 82/4. We were supposed to have a online sale with Stuart Watkins, with some genetics of that WCC Maximus, but he has been traveling quite a bit, so we had to postpone it for a little while, but I know we'll be having that again soon, so congratulations. We have a single entry here.
High quality single entry that we have here. Getting her presented. I think that's just a really bold, stout female that's going to withstand a lot of competition. She comes back in for the drive. Congratulations to you, young man. You all put your hands together for him as he exits the ring.
First place for entry number 598, Mark Tomlinson. Moving on to class 17, we have entry number 230, Maggie Stevenson.
That was class number 16 that we just had. We're getting ready to go into the arena with class number 17. Class number 17 is getting ready to come in. We're just moving right along. We are going to have red females before the gray females. Just got a little verification on that. In the own show, that last animal that won was the TF polled Lady Cashmere. That's going to be a Mr. V8 733/7 daughter out of Moreno, Miss Lady Karen. I do think it's probably on audio. Yeah. Okay, this is class 17. Then we'll be going into class 20, 21, sorry, for 23 or 24 or 25. So we have a few more classes, and then we will be moving into the Grand Champion Drive. If we don't hiccup too much, we'll be moving into the Grand Champion Drive in the Bred and Owned Female Show. Bred and Owned Female Show, going to be winding down here shortly. Then we'll be going into the owned show. The owned show, we will do the red females before the gray females.
I think we've got a really good trio of females that we have here. Young man in the cowboy hat up front's going to lead off, and I think when the cattle are set in motion is when he goes ahead and solidifies himself at first. Not only is that a big body female that's still got some natural thickness from behind the cattle, I think she's just built better in terms of her angles. She gets out and goes with more comfort and flex, and more accurately hits her track in terms of movement. Young lady's head really comes in too. I really like that one. I think that female gives you a sweet look. She's really, really big boned, and you do a great job getting her presented to me. I want to tone her back in the angle to her knee, specifically her front left. And when the cattle are set in motion, I want to see her just grab the ground just a shot better, more accurately fill her track. But two very high quality females up there. The one that comes in third is definitely no slouch. I think that's a feminine fronted female that gives a very nice profile. In this class, I think she's one that's just lacking a bit more in terms of her center body mass and dimension. But three very high quality individuals. Put your hands together for those exhibitors who are doing an awesome job.
Okay.
Results of Class 17.
That was Class 20, and sorry, I forgot to turn the judge on. Hope you heard what he was having to say. So that was class number 17. The first place winner was to Miss Flat Rock Babe 3. That is a RW Flat Rock Cupid daughter out of Miss Callion 230.
Class 20, we had one entry, 156, Kelly Wilton.
Young lady brings us a nice here, extremely feminine and fresh. I think that's a very high quality one that's built good from the ground up. Nice female young lady. Congratulations to her. Y'all give her a big round of applause as she exits the ring.
Entry in class number 20, single entry. We also have a single entry in class 21. Class 20 was Miss A1 Avery Apollo. That was going to be sired by Mr. SG Apollo 123/6, and out of Lady L Piper 322. Coming in the arena, we will have entry number, not sure what our entry number is there. And coming on the screen now, this is going to be in class 21. Class 21. Class 21. This is class 21, and this is going to be Jalufka.
Brings us a nice big stout. I think she does a really, really good job getting her presented to us. Like I said, that one's bold and powerful. Maybe one that could hinge just a little bit looser as she's walking in the ring, but I think that's a really nice female there. Congratulations to that young lady as she exits the ring.
Another single entry. First place, single 336, Claire Draleka. Class 22, their entry number is 267, Hayden Meyer. Entry 431, J. Rushing. Entry 52, Luke Reed. Fourth is Lily Larson.
We're on class 22. Class 22, this is our final class in the Bred and Owned show. Final class in our Bred and Owned show. And again, our winner in this previous class, class 21. We'll get that information up shortly. It was a single entry. Thank you, guys. So this was the winner of class number 20. That was Miss A1 Avery Apollo, sired by Mr. SG Apollo 123/6 and exhibited by Callie Welty. And then, of course, in that last class, that was class 21's winner, was Jalufka Farms Miss Lupe 7/0, sired by Mr. CC Sultan 411/8, and exhibited by Claire. Okay, we are on class 22, class 2-2. This is the final class. We're getting ready for the grand championship drive in the Bred and Owned show. And then we will close down for a momentito, come back in for the Owned show. We'll start with Reds and Grays. We'll just live stream all the way through that. Unless Mr. Iran thinks that I should just keep on going if they keep on rolling. Let me find out if they're going to keep on rolling. Told that there will be, I was told that there would be a little 10-minute at the most break between the Owned show and this Bred and Owned show and coming into the Owned show. Okay, start over. I was told that there would be a little break between the Owned and the Bred and Owned. So this is the Bred and Owned that we're finishing up with. And I was told that there would be a little break between the two shows. I think we're going to be able to take a few backdrop photos. Give the judge a moment to take maybe a little water break. And then we'll go right into it. So we're going to go down and stop our streaming. And we will come back with the Owned show, the Red females.
I'm assuming this will be our last class of the day, but I think we've got 4 very high quality individuals in here to be the last class of our Bred and Owned show. That young lady's red heifer up front is one that I think is awfully good. She's bold, she's dimensional, yet she still balances up with a very high quality look. And in terms of the more powerful females in this lineup, and I think all 3 of these are, I think she's built the best and has the highest quality look and presence. Young man Sefer that comes in second, she may be the boldest one in this lineup. That thing is big and stout in every aspect of the word. And she still has a really neat look up through her front end. She's not as constructed as neat out through her hip and hind leg as the female that comes in first. One that I want to see just a touch looser in terms of her movement in comparison, but that's being awfully critical. Nice female that comes in 3, a really long-sided heifer. She throws her neck high on the top side of her shoulder as well. One I want to see just come together just a little bit smoother. Want to cut just a bit down there off of her chest floor. Want to see her a bit squarer, stouter there in her foot. But I think a nice female to come in 3. Young man, you've got a really good cow in 4, and that's the only one that's came to us today in production, and I appreciate that. Female, though, that in this lineup probably just runs a touch out of gas, but she's doing a great job raising a nice calf. Congratulations to you. Y'all put your hands together for these exhibitors who are doing an awesome job.
Results 22.
And thank you so much, Dean Galbraith, for saying those kind things, the kind comments about the team and what a good job they do to present the Kickoff Classic to the world. I greatly appreciate that. I know you appreciate all our sponsors. And the Brahmin breed, we think we're fortunate to be able to present the Brahmin breed to the world. So we really do appreciate it. Read in the comments what Dean said. Thank you guys so much. So we are getting ready to go in, oops, sorry guys, wrong moment. Grand champion, nope, wrong moment again. This is going to be, I'm looking for my correct information. This is going to be the grand champion bred and owned female drive.
Second place, entry 36,
Okay, we are in the female drive. We're getting ready to do that. So this is going to be the grand champion bred and owned female drive.
Class 5, we have entry number 306, Cecilia Guerrero. Second place, entry 241, Grace McCall. In class 6, first place was Bred Harris, entry number 460.
We'll try to get you guys some information, but I tell you what, if you go and read those the comments, it's going to have all of the results.
Class 9, first place was entry 242, Grace McCall. Second place.
So we do have all the results in the comments. Thank you guys very much for watching with us. We're finishing up. So again, first place in the first class was Lady Magnolia Manso, sired by Mr. M.N. Theodore. That second class was won by Miss J412. The third class was won by Miss LPC 173. Fourth class was Paradise Islands Miss Sylvia. Fifth class was the LMC 4F Polled Floella. Sixth class was the Miss 5H Haven. Then we jumped to the, oops, sorry guys, let's get back to that. Ninth class was Miss LPC 17. On to 11th class, that was again Bryn Harris with the Miss 5H Harper 6/1. 12 was the Miss Harley. Let's see if we can get our internet to give us a little hiccup and get going again. It looks like we're jumping in there, and there we go. Then we had in the 15th class, Miss 4K. 16 was TF Polled Lady Cashmere. 17 was Miss Flat Rock Babe. 20 was Miss A1 Avery Apollo. 21 was Jalufka Farms Miss Lupe 7/0. And 22 was the LGL Grace 1/0. So again, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being here with us. We'll see if we can get you a little bit of a, okay, this is our Grand Championship Drive. Grand Championship Drive, again, in the bred and owned females. Up at the top, we have those first 3 classes, 4 classes coming into the screen. See if we can get you a view. Nope, that view did not work. Have a gimbal that just decided to not play. Nope, still decided not to play. Wow, they're all around the arena, guys. Giving you a little bit of an overview of the cattle. I believe the judge is going to start talking.
Fun show to sort through, and I'm really excited as I sit back here and look through all of these class winners and see there's just been so much quality and depth all the way through this show. It's been extremely fun to sort through. From the first class to the last class, we had quality and we had challenging decisions. So that means that you guys are doing a really good job raising great cattle, and I commend y'all for that. I'm not going to waste your time sitting here talking through each cattle again, and we've got plenty of cattle to sort through for the rest of the afternoon, so I know we all want to get home as bad as the next guy does. So I'm just going to put the mic down and go shake the hand of your champion in reserve. If y'all would, one time, put your hands together for these kids for doing an extremely good job.
We will stay with the judge. And it looks like he picked the female out of the last class. That was Lily Larson. I imagine that Manuel Amperon is pretty happy because he represents the Red Man Bull, and that beautiful female was sired by the Mr. V8. 195/8, if I've got the number right. You guys can correct it. And of course it is Red Bull. So Lily Larson takes home the grand championship in this bred and owned female show. Again, this is a really tough division, tough show. The reds and the grays are combined. It looks like he's going again to one of the older animals. Let's see which direction he goes. Looks like he's going towards Callie Welty. Congratulations, Miss Callie. So we have winners. Congratulations, everybody, to the champions as they exit the arena. Again, we're going to congratulate, of course, Lily Larson. And we would like to thank...
It's Bryn Harris.
We would like to...
We're going to take a little break.
Oh, no, that was Bryn Harris. I'm so sorry. I thought it was Callie. I was not paying attention. There's Callie. I'm so sorry. That was Bryn Harris. So congratulations to Bryn Harris. Sorry about that, guys. I misspoke. So again, our champion was out of class 22. That's going to be LGL Grace 1/0, sired by Mr. V8 195/8. We all know him as Red Man. So congratulations to Carrie Clay and the Clay family, and Bailey Clay, of course, who showed Mr. V8 195/8 Red Man to great fame. And exhibitor Lily Larson, who, again, we have to thank Lily Larson for being so kind. When she shared some photos that the Brahman Journal had taken, she thanked our sponsors, so we really appreciate that. And then, I'm sorry I misspoke, but we had, let's see, let me find Bryn. Bryn had the beautiful Miss 5H Harper 6/1, sired by Mr. BER 427, which of course is Trump, and that was shown by Bryn Harris. And congratulations, those are your grand and reserve grand in the bred and owned. And again, thank you guys to our sponsors. Can't say enough about all that they do for us. So thank you to our sponsors, and we will be back shortly with the female owned show.